And welcome to our daily show where we discuss the fourth stimulus check update, what's going on in Washington, D.C., what's going on in the United States, money, investing, and the next $3.5 trillion stimulus package, which will be the largest stimulus package yet to date. Okay, with that being said, the economy is just really doing pretty bad right now. The August jobs report came out and was really terrible. There was only 235,000 jobs created for the entire country, the entire United States. Yeah. The United States has over 330 million people, and yet there was only 235,000 jobs for the entire country for the entire month of August. This was a really bad. They were expecting 720,000 jobs, which really, even that alone, is not that many jobs. And yet we created 500,000 less jobs for the month of July. Or I'm sorry, the month of August. Yeah. This is really bad. And in fact, they actually adjusted that down. The months before, July and June, we were expecting 1 million or more jobs for those months, and we missed those months as well. And they've adjusted these months down, and you could see we had only 235,000 jobs created in the month of August. What a miss compared to what the months before. We were expecting over 1 million jobs created each of these months. Now we're down to over 235,000. Yeah, to say the August jobs numbers have economists worried is much an understatement. Much an understatement. Yeah, the anatomy of a miss. The August jobs report. Yeah. I'm surprised that the stock market has not had a huge correction. I wouldn't be surprised if the stock market does not have a massive correction this week and does not see a huge loss here in the next few days because of this. The stock market is really euphoric right now. Largely, stocks are forward looking, so really the stock market has been on a tear for the last several months because stocks are generally forward looking. So really the stock market sees, hey, in the past, because stocks are always forward looking. So in the case of the stock market, they say, hey, the majority of it is behind us. 70% of the country is vaccinated, right? You would think because 70% of the United States is with at least one shot that things would be getting better. But they're not. In fact, just a few days ago, we had our second highest number of cases, people testing positive ever. So it's like, yeah, what's going on? Jobs are terrible, depending on the numbers per day. Over 150,000 people testing positive on average. 280,000 people tested positive a few days ago. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Yeah, that's the dilemma we're in right now. Unemployment bonus just ended. So millions of Americans are going to lose their extra $300 per week unemployment bonus, which is roughly half or even more for some people. Millions of people are going to lose that. In fact, millions of people are going to lose all of their unemployment bonus if they're past their 26 weeks of unemployment. The extended unemployment bonus, if you're past 26 weeks of unemployment, are going to lose all their unemployment money. That's only for people over the 26 weeks of unemployment. And we have not really seen a tick of unemployment go up that much. Remember that the 25 Republican states have already opted out of the unemployment boost, and we've only seen unemployment go up by the tiniest amount. I think it's like 0.2%. Unemployment went up from 5.4% to like 5.2%. Really didn't make that much of a difference. The tiniest amount. I mean, honestly, it's just a lot of people are scared to go back to work. It really depends on your beliefs, with Yeah, it's tough out there. And President Biden says, pass the damn bills. Pass the damn bills. Well, not in those exact words, but that's basically what he's saying, right? President Biden urges Congress to pass his economic plans after weak jobs reports, saying, pass the damn bills. Well, no, he says, our country needs these investments, aka pass the damn bills. The $3.5 trillion stimulus package and the $1.2 trillion stimulus package, which is going to pump over $4 trillion into our economy, which is really what the economy needs just to give it a vitamin B shot in the arm, just to help this economic struggle that we're dealing with, because the economy is really struggling. We could honestly see next month in September, we could see a negative jobs growth, even with the unemployment ending. Some people think that it's going to send everybody back to work. We could see a negative jobs growth in September. See, here's what the jobs growth is going to, what it's doing right now. June was supposed to create over 1 million jobs. It missed. July was supposed to create 1 million jobs. It missed. August, only 235,000 jobs, and that's with half the states already opting out of the unemployment. It created only 235,000 jobs. So the jobs are literally going like this. And if the trend continues, September literally could be negative. We could literally have negative amount of jobs created in September. Because as the jobs are going, see what I mean? See this exponential graph? See it going up? September 3rd, new cases, 191,298 people tested positive in just one day. The 7-day moving average, 163,000 people. Yeah, this is with 70% of the United States being vaccinated with at least one shot. And it's like 60-some% of people have at least 2 shots. Yeah, it's crazy. And when we look at deaths, September 3rd, 1,978 people. 7-day moving average, 1,550. When we look at the day before, September 2nd, 2,932 people. That is about the same amount of people that died on the 9/11 attacks. The 9/11 attacks was like 2,977. Now, here's the thing: is these bills are going to pump money into the states. The infrastructure bill alone is going to pump billions of dollars into each state. Check this out: California, Texas, and New York will likely cash in big on $1 trillion infrastructure package when passed. But less populated states such as Montana and Alaska will get more money per capita. You can kind of see this a little chart right here. This is amount of money per resident in physical infrastructure that will be pumped into each state's economy. So, for example, Maine, almost $2,000 per person pumped into the economy. Rhode Island, $2,400. I'm not going to go through each particular state here, but you can kind of see on the graph here. Pennsylvania, $1,400. Ohio, $1,100. Oregon, $1,300. Missouri, $1,500. South Dakota, $3,200 per person pumped into the economy. Wyoming, $4,500 pumped into the economy. Alaska, $6,700 pumped into the economy per person. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Montana, $3,600 per person pumped in the economy. California, $1,100. The more populated states are going to get more money because there's more people per state, so it's kind of based on your population, but they get less money per person, if that makes sense. Yeah. The administration said that California should plan for at least $44 billion in infrastructure funds, the biggest sum for any state, with highways and public transit alone comprising around almost $35 billion of that total. Texas came in at number 2. Again, this is based on population for the physical infrastructure package, with an estimated allocation of $35.4 billion. Between $26.9 billion in estimated highway funds, and $3.3 billion in public transit. New York is third, again, based on population, is projected to receive almost $27 billion. CNBC's analysis shows that Vermont, Montana, Wyoming, and Alaska lead when it comes to estimated per capita infrastructure spending, with at least $3,500 per resident. California's estimated per capita allocation is less than $1,250 per resident. Because again, if you have more population, you get more money based on total population, but you get less on average per person, if that kind of makes sense. But either way, each one of these states is going to get billions of dollars pumped into its economy just on the physical infrastructure package alone. And then that's not even counting the $3.5 trillion stimulus package, which is everything on this list that's being considered. These are all the things being considered for the $3.5 trillion stimulus package. Now, items number 1 through 4 in green and red are the things that have already been passed. Of course, the item in red, the eviction moratorium, has been passed by the Biden administration, but the Supreme Court has now struck it down. So now Congress and the Biden administration is now trying to figure out how to pass it. A couple states have temporarily passed their own eviction moratorium, but Congress and the Biden administration are trying to see if they can pass it on their own. Could be included in this next package, but the problem is they need every single Democrat to agree on that. They're also trying to see if they can extend unemployment benefits, but that seems unlikely as well, because again, they need every single Democrat in the Senate. And well, it's not a real popular item right now, because again, unemployment benefits, the bonus money, it's just not a popular item right now, because it's just not the most popular item right now, because again, a lot of people think it's preventing people from going back to work right now. So unemployment bonuses are not really the most popular item here. That's why I've kind of moved it to the last item on the list here, because I do not think unemployment benefits, the bonus money here, is going to be passed or reconsidered. I think it's just going to expire. Whether you agree with that or not, that's up for you. That's for your personal opinion. I'm just kind of letting you guys know what's happening here. All these other items here on the list are up for consideration here. President Biden did say that states can pass unemployment benefits on their own, bonus money. Remember that each state has regular unemployment. That's not going away. Each state does have regular unemployment that is not going to go away. So if you get laid off from your job tomorrow, regular unemployment from each and every regular state is not going to go away. That's basically a constitutional right at this point. So regular unemployment is not going away. We're talking about the bonus money of $300 per week and the extra weeks of unemployment that go past 26 weeks. Each state could vary on the extra weeks, but that's where we're talking about the bonus weeks and the bonus money. But all these other items here on the list are the items being considered for the $3.5 trillion stimulus package. As Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer says, it is now time to get everything into consideration, and they are now conferring back and forth between the Senate and the House, because they don't want to have to go back and forth and have to pass different bills. So the Senate and the House apparently are now conferring with each other, and the moderates from the House have kind of put a stipulation on Nancy Pelosi to do this, because they don't want to have to pass a bill in the House and then have the Senate modify it, because we've seen that happen with the third stimulus check package. Now, whether that will happen or not, that could still happen, because we have Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema. Kyrsten Sinema, not so much, but Joe Manchin, definitely. Well, they're kind of in tandem. You know, their theme song. Dun, dun, dun. Man, this Joe Manchin is he's something else, man. He's literally gonna create a party of his own and go off there because his own party is starting to hate him. Whether he gets reelected or not will be a different story, but his own party is starting to hate him. And that's saying something when your own party hates you. But yeah, he did this with the last stimulus package too. So uh, we will see. But like I said, he did vote yes on the initial votes, and Kirsten Sinema and the moderate Democrats in the House. They all voted yes to proceed with the motion to proceed, the motion to open up the reconciliation process for the fourth stimulus package. So ultimately, I do think that they will get this done, and they're basically now coming forward with their final motions here for what they want in this package, and they're supposed to be conferring with the House and the Senate. They didn't really do that with the third stimulus package, and it'll be interesting to see if they can actually, heaven forbid, have the House and Senate talk to each other. Wow, imagine that. Imagine we can actually have the House and Senate talk to each other and, I don't know, compare notes, make sure that we're on the same page. It's almost like in the past, we've had the House pass a bill and the Senate pass a bill, and it's almost like two different groups of Democrats. And I say Democrats because remember that this next bill, just like the third stimulus check package bill, all the Democrats are passing it, and all the Republicans are voting no. And it's not that I'm choosing sides here. That's just what's happening. All the Democrats are going to vote yes, and all the Republicans are going to vote no. That's exactly what happened with the third stimulus check package, and that's exactly what's going to happen with this next stimulus package. So that's just kind of how the political landscape is right now. If we go back just a few years ago, in 2017 and 2018, the Republicans had it this way. That's how they passed the 2017 Trump tax cuts. They passed it through the reconciliation card underneath former President Donald Trump. The Republicans had control of the House, the Senate, and the presidency, and they passed it through the reconciliation card. The Republicans controlled everything. And now here we are just 3 years later, 3 years later, and the Democrats control everything. It's crazy how quickly things can change in Congress. And Senator Bernie Sanders says that if the Democrats don't, history shows us, this is what Bernie Sanders says, he's technically an independent, but he's really a Democrat. He votes with the Democrats. He ran for president as a Democrat. I mean, it's not like he's ever really voted with the Republicans. So he's an independent, but he's a Democrat. Neither here nor there, right? He says the history shows that when one party has control of everything, it doesn't last long if they don't do everything they say they're going to do for the American people. So we will see what this next stimulus package is going to be the largest package ever at $3.5 trillion. It's going to provide free college, 2 years of free college for millions of Americans. It's going to have Medicare 2.0, benefits for millions of seniors, hearing, dental, vision, hearing aids, dentures, benefits that are going to go on forever. Literally, if you're and possibly lower the Medicare eligibility age 60. So if you're age 60 and you now qualify for Medicare, you literally will get these benefits till you're 90 or 100. And you're going to get all these extra benefits that the majority of people on Medicare do not get, as well as all these additional stimulus benefits like extending the child tax credits, these monthly checks, possibly a fourth stimulus check in there. Tweet your senators, call them, email them, and all these other stimulus items that could be in there: utility assistance, rent assistance, mortgage assistance, fourth stimulus check. We're going to really find out what's going to be in there. This package is almost twice the size of the third stimulus check package. That was $1.9 trillion. This is $3.5 trillion. So they have plenty of money in there to put stimulus checks in there, monthly checks in there, whatever they want to, because it's twice the size, almost twice the size. So They definitely have the room to do it. So I'll keep you up to date with everything. Make sure to subscribe down below. It's completely free to do next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Yeah, this is with 70% of the United States being vaccinated with at least one shot. And it's like 60 some percent of people have at least two shots. Yeah, this is with 70% of the United States being vaccinated with at least one shot. And it's like 60 some percent of people have at least two shots. Yeah, this is with 70% of the United States being vaccinated with at least one shot. And it's like 60 some percent of people have at least two shots. Yeah, this is with 70% of the United States being vaccinated with at least one shot. And it's like 60 some percent of people have at least two shots.